My parents believed a girl's false accusation and hurt my brother. I escaped a toxic home and fought for custody to live with my brother. I 14M have wanted to tell this story for a long time. Please be patient as this is a long narrative. I understand it sounds like a lie, but believe me, I want it to be. This has damaged my family, and I am not permitted to discuss it, since my parents want to forget what they did. So just to be safe, I'm sharing this for my friends. Brother's Reddit account. My parents had both lost spouses before meeting. My father split from my older sister Lucy's mother, now 25 years old, and my mother lost her ex-husband in a vehicle accident, forcing her to care for my brother, currently 23 years old. They were both single parents with custody of their children. They met on the beach, exchanged numbers, began dating and were married 2 years later. Let's get into the story. It all began when I was 8 years old, and my brothers were 17 and 19. My brother Kirby was in his 3rd year of high school, and my sister worked at a grocery store near our home. My parents and sister worked, so I stayed with Kirby. It may seem strange, but the best times of my life occurred when Kirby was with me. I understand that many older brothers do not get along with their younger siblings, but this was not the case for us. I loved Kirby with all my heart, and I know he loved me as well. He always looked after me, played with me, studied with me, and occasionally took the blame for me. One day after school, I waited for Kirby in front of my school. He often came to pick me up because our schools were close, but this time was different. He did not arrive. I waited until 4 p.m. When my sister arrived to pick me up, I asked about my brother, but she didn't respond. She simply dodged the conversation. When we got home, I was stunned by the sound of things breaking in the house, and my parents' terrified shouts. When we entered the house, the situation could not have been worse. Kirby was on the floor, while my father kicked and threw dishes at him, and my mother screamed horrific words at him. I was so terrified that I refused to leave my sister's side. She escorted me upstairs, and instructed me not to leave the room till further notice. I remained there listening and crying. I had never seen my family like that before, and I am still terrified of them, no matter how old I am. Suddenly I heard sirens. When I peeked out the window, I noticed 2 vehicles and numerous police officers exiting and entering the residence. A short while later, I heard more shouts in the voice of an officer proclaiming an arrest. I witnessed my father and mother being forced into a police van. My parents screamed and cursed at my brother. At 204, my parents screamed nasty things at my brother, calling him a disgusting worm who deserved to die. My mother has always agreed. I went downstairs after they were put in a car at 2:10 p.m. and it was terrifying.